Hello and welcome to round 2 of the second season of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race for 2024, the 338th ever Rony's Tuesday Fun Race, sponsored by World Class Lions from Blackwood Race Green Events Container Sprint. A mouthful, Eoin, but it looks like an interesting track in the kind of container area of the open config Blackwood environment.
Yeah, it is a mouthful to say, but it's a bite-sized car we'll be using, so there will be plenty of further challenges for all our drivers after our season opener in the last fortnight.
Indeed, 27 laps around the 2.6 kilometre, 1.6 mile track for tonight. We've only got 10 corners, I think, and that will be coming up in a couple of minutes' time. In the meantime, we have a few proceedings to go through, including, of course, the car that Eoin just alluded to. The MRT5 makes a return to RTFR with a 0.6 litre turbocharged inline 4 rear-wheel drive. Inline 4 rear-wheel drive configuration with 64 brake horsepower, based on a Formula Student car from yesteryear. They've got a few more aerodynamic components these days, but one day in the past they used to look like this, and that is nice to have that end of the speed. So here is the schedule. We know the configuration for round 3. It's going to be the XFG at Rockingham National, so that's going to be a fun one. On August 13th. But tonight, all attention on this interesting track in the kind of outfield of Blackwood. So, Eoin, we do have some driver championship standings to look at from the first round. It's Gabor who leads the way after the opener we had a couple of weeks ago, ahead of Walter and 136, and just 20 drivers there scoring at least a point in the first round. But Gabor, a good start, Eoin.
Yeah, fabulous start, and he's continued on his hot streak from season 1 into season 2. He has a shot at history. He's got the chance to be only the second driver ever to win 6 in a row. So, he could win 6 in a row, but he's gone for 5 in a row tonight. So RD has 6, so that's the undisputed best. But it could be the second driver ever to win 5 in a row, and of course he's trying to become the most successful driver in RTFR history. He'll overtake Botsy for all-time most wins. They're on 36 each at the moment, but Botsy has a tiebreaker by virtue of more pole positions.
Yeah, he's going to break a few records in a minute, but he also got pole position in tonight's action, so he is trying to win the race as well again. So there we go. TJ in P2, Unite P3, Walter, Famuli, Lorenzo, Koivunen, Stufor, Asker and Mandula are your top 10 for the race, which I think we're going to switch to in a moment.
Yeah, I'm afraid the other drivers in the top 20 and beyond will not get their time to shine because they're going straight to the track for our 27-lap race. We will see 3 lanes here, as a matter of fact, so special layout here at the Race Green Events container layout. So there we go. The shoes are on the side of his feet, and away they go. TJ in the middle, though. He'll want to pull alongside and block Unite as well. Walter with a great start also. So yeah, we do have to bear in mind the custom layout. The leaderboard will not update until they cross one of the sector lines. So yeah, it's going to be very difficult to tell who's where for everyone until we know what they get up to out of turn 3 here.
Yeah, TJ trying to go around the outside, hasn't worked. As we follow the cars through the first hairpin and through the chicane, we've got some cars facing the wrong way already. Thamuli's had an issue, but we've got side-by-side action at the front. TJ trying to go around the outside again on Gabor, but can't quite manage it. Gabor leads through the final chicane up to the final hairpin. It's a short lap this, but we have plenty of them tonight. TJ goes for a send.
Oh, an enormous dive bomb, and it has paid off beautifully. So now the Sidus guys neck and neck, so it's Unite in the green, Gabor in the red, so change for the lead unless Gabor has an amazing run. No, it would be TJ classified as the leader at the end of the first lap. Antivalta and Sufor very close also. We'll see what they can get up
back
to.
at him on the inside. So they're swapping places immediately in this race. It's Nico Pantola in the hot seat behind who gets to watch all of this action. As you can see, Gabor there, DJ trying to do the switchback, and I think it's paid off. I think it's... Oh no, because he's botched the gear change, as you know. Oh, side by side through the chicane. Gabor's still there, and Unite can't get anywhere near them at this point. Although, having said that, he is now getting a run.
Oh, Jam 616 has been tapped around, so he's going to fall below Yargtilla in 21st, I think. So yeah, it's all going on here, whether it be at the front or the back, because LG Meese had to pit for repairs.
Yeah, it's Gabor still in the lead. Unite got in amongst the top two there. TJ almost lost contact, almost lost third place as well, but there we go. TJ back into the lead, and Sufor now is right in the background and could pick up the pieces if there's a spill among the top three.
Exactly, yeah, TJ pulling off the same move again, so he prefers the inside line for the right-hander of turn 10. Now he's weaving around the place to avoid being counter-attacked in a similar vein to what we just saw. So Gabor has to go the high line, letting his teammate go the inside, and he has to back off there. Unite or else he'll bring contact, and Sufor will take advantage if he can stay tight on the inside line. Yes, he can. Still right turn though for the next section.
This is great stuff.
So close, yeah.
This is really cool. We don't see side-by-side racing like this very often. But with the slick tyres and no aerodynamics, of course the cars can stick right close to each other. There is no real effect of following an MRT too closely. The mechanical grip is all there is. So that's the result. You get the top two and the second row of the grid also fighting together. And it's about to become a five-way affair. We've got Lorenzo going alongside Sufor as well.
So Gabor finally gets the satisfaction of pulling off the move at turn 10 to lead for the first time since his pole position was briefly taken away from him. Lorenzo now sets the fastest lap of a 1:11.96. So here's Lorenzo. He's got an incredible run. He's got Sufor to his outside into the right-hander. And watch out for the cutback. Oh, a little bit of sort of locking of wheels, I suppose. And Arska and Antivalta will be interested to see what could happen here through the second chicane, I think, or the first chicane. It's kind of a double slalom.
Bus stop, I think.
Yeah, the bus stop, exactly, yeah.
Valta goes for a send and, well, makes a move with a bit of a bump, but at the front we've got TJ back into P2 for the hairpin, and Nico Pantola still there in P3. Anonymous at the beginning of the race, not really getting involved in the action at the front, but there are plenty of laps left for these two to tango, and maybe Unite will get a chance. But Lorenzo promoted to P4.
Well, just in the background, you could have briefly spotted Sufor having to defend from Mott McCarry and Mandula, neck and neck between the three of them at the moment. Mandula, unfortunately, it was behind Sufor, so he had to slow down to avoid wrecking himself and his opposition. Mott McCarry on the inside, he's gone in too deep. The brakes did not... they did lock, as a matter of fact, so it meant he couldn't slow down properly. Sufor back ahead. Mandula trying to pick his way through at the bus stop. Oh, he nearly hit that retaining wall that would have speared him diagonally into the outside barrier. So thankfully that did not take place. And RD2, also for race green, can tuck in behind his teammate.
Yeah, meanwhile at the front we've got a 4/10 of a second gap between our race leaders. They have settled down. Unite dropping back slightly as well, but Lorenzo needs to close up the gap because he might find himself under pressure from Arska if he is not careful. Antivalta is currently P2 in the championship after one round, so wouldn't he like to score a good result in this race?
Absolutely, he will keep his momentum strong heading into the next round of the championship. Unfortunately, LG Meese, he was going to be lapped after his pit stop, so he didn't see much benefit of carrying on, so he will not score any points today. I can see Harry Kay on the inside of Jari Katila in turn 2 for 19th position. Harry Kay has got the move done. Just behind him, it's Mad Jester. There we go. Oh, there's a spin. Jari hits Harry. And Michael, as a matter of fact, has he's ploughed his way through the gap and gains 3 positions. So unfortunately, Jari will have to probably put up his hand there and say that was my fault. But I suppose, yeah, Harry has the position, so all is fair.
Yeah, he got the position back, but it wasn't a friendly move, was it, by any means? Meanwhile, at the front, the gaps are spreading out fairly considerably, actually, as we've got Mandula making another place. He's just got past Mortimer Carey. Or perhaps it was the other way around, as they go side by side again into the first of the hairpins. And Mortimer Carey around the outside. That's a great move.
Certainly, yes. That'll keep him well in range of Sufor. Of course, a double top 10 for the 2 remaining Zafar Ellis drivers. Again, they are really excelling so far this season. I know it's only race 2, but you can look back at season 1 and there were some fabulous results for the team. There, as unfortunately, that was a tap of the wall for Mortimer Carey. RD2 is trying his best now to catch up after overtaking Mandula. And if anything, these 2 teammates should try and find a truce so that they can pair up against Mortimer Carey. There's Thamuli, the highest running driver there, with his onboard camera from his Twitch stream as a benefit of being a subscriber to the Twitch channel. You can benefit in kind with his own bit of a shout out here.
Yeah, thanks to Thamuli for that. He's in P6 as well, so good view of Oscar ahead over on his Twitch channel if you want to check that out alongside the broadcast here. He is, of course, live at Thamuli_ on Twitch. Oscar ahead might find himself being caught. The gap to Lorenzo's opened up quite a lot.
That's an overtake for Nossel. He's ahead of Rony now. That was through the bus stop chicane. Rony was kind of too high, really, to counteract Nossel's slip into the opening. So well done to Nossel for a clean pass on his teammate. But of course, Johnny SVK for Master Race Car will not be too concerned about teamwork, because he's miles ahead of his teammate Michael at the moment. So Michael just trying to get through turn 7 and 8 at the moment. So it's all up to Johnny.
Oh, Rony.
Oh, Rony's weaving.
Yeah, he got caught out by the curbing on the right hand side.
Okay.
Sorry, left hand side. And that's lost him some time as Walter is piling on the pressure. Goes up the inside of Thamuli, trying to get P6 for himself here. It's going to be side by side, is it? No, he has snuck ahead. Runs a bit wide. The bus stop chicane is a complete leveller here. Oh, as Thamuli goes up onto the curb, that was unlucky. He did have all 4 wheels alongside, but now might succumb to Sufor, who's obviously had pace in qualifying and has dropped back a little bit, but now trying to climb back through. Can't get through on that occasion. Walter goes up on the curb.
Walter mounted the curbs even more, and of course there was no give out of 7 and 8, so he was guided by the wall after the impact. So checking his suspension damage, it's minimal, so he'll be able to carry on as normal. But any more of that, and I would start to get a little bit concerned about him.
Yeah, well, after all of that, Thamuli keeps P6. Suffer gains a place on that lap. And Anti-Valter is back to the drawing board for him. Suffer goes defensive. We've seen the move work around the outside with the slick tyres, but not on this occasion, I don't think. Maybe the cutback. Oh, yeah, Suffer with a bit of wheel spin. Oh, and a big send from Walter. Can he get it slowed down at the final apex in order to keep the place? Yes, I think he can.
He's got it for the time being, but again, Sufur will try and hold it nice and high. Walter will do his best to try and turn in before. Oh, a bit of a latency contact there. They were side by side, but unfortunately, connection has brought them too close, and a big collision there brings disappointment there. We'll try and carry on as Walter does recover. He will not be forced to retire in any such manner, but that's a huge blow to lose all those positions, and of course, the risk of losing yet more if he's not careful.
Yeah, so that's not the first kind of contact that we've seen with Sufur today, but unlucky. As Mandula and Thamuli there. Oh, Thamuli super close on the brakes, almost like locking up alongside him. Surprised there wasn't contact in the end. Mandula being remarkably patient. No change at the front, folks, and the gap's increasing, so we are looking at one of the closest fights at the moment that we have on track. So we've got Thamuli on Asker now, just up ahead of Motomikari.
Sufur through. Sufur passes Motomikari there. Nicely played, and Mandula also picks the pocket and gains a position for himself. He could make it a double if Sufur gives away. Oh, I think Mandula should yield there, get back behind the slipstream, and accept that wasn't a clean overtake. And now back to the battle for 5th and 6th. Thamuli on the inside, he's through, but Arska will make sure it's not a done deal just yet. So Thamuli watching his mirrors both sides to see where Arska will go, and he actually slots in behind, so he may have lost a few tenths of a second if he's not careful.
I thought Thamuli had outbraked himself so much that he was going to make contact with the far wall, but fortunately he had slowed it down just enough. Definitely late on the brakes though. Made his apex quite a lot wider than he needed to, but still somehow seems to be pulling clear of Asker. So Asker going backwards at this point, as Sufur gets yet more screen time with Mandula this time. Coming back through.
This is brilliant stuff from these three now. But Mandula be hungry because this will be his peak position, whereas we've seen it before with Sufur. He qualified amazingly well, but has dropped down a few places. Motomikari was, of course, battling for 7th and 8th, and he didn't get to hang on to it. So Mandula's trying to peak now after some brilliant lap times not too long ago on near pace of race leader Gabor. But Motomikari free run on the inside, watching out for the barrier, of course. Thankfully, no risk of hitting it, but straight on the counter attack. Here's Mandula. He'll have the inside line. Motomikari knows where he is, so he'll try and pull with a brake check around the outside to potentially undo that easy pass. And
that's clever from Motomikari, Eoin. That's clever. Did you see how he widened his line there? Went super late on the brakes, just so he could get back on the power earlier and have the momentum. I've never seen that before, so clearly demonstrated. That was lovely. I don't know if Mandula was just a little bit off the power or something, but Motomikari, behind being overtaken into the apex, goes a bit deep, gets a good exit, and gets him straight back again. That's really nice.
Oh, a spin for Magic. He does recover. He's safely away, but Mad Jester, I think, may have hit him or something. Yeah, so Mad Jester nowhere to go after Magic spun, hitting the apex. Harry K overtakes the compromised Mad Jester, who's now back up to full speed and may get the position back immediately. And Jam 616 in the black and blue. There he is, just hanging it on the high line, coming back down. So Mad Jester does preserve what he had after the unfortunate coming into the path of Magic. So thank goodness for that from his point of view. But Harry K back on the inside. So gotta stay as hard on the throttle for as long as possible. Maybe a tiny blip. That's about it. Now, three drivers all vying for the same piece of tarmac. So Matt Jester dictates where Jam 616 goes. And unfortunately, he's wobbled. Means Timu Soini, who is the 23rd and second last driver, could actually make some places in a thrilling four-way battle. Now it's a bit split up again.
Yeah, battles all the way down to the back of the grid. Awesome stuff. And there's more entertainment going on at the back than there is at the front at the moment, Owen, because Gabor leads by almost 2 seconds over this man, TJ, followed by Gabor's teammate, Unite, a further second behind. And it's Lorenzo who's trying to get that podium place off of Nico. And there's a big gap. It's 5 seconds between Lorenzo and Thamuli, who's doing a really nice job now in P5, up a place from earlier, with Asker dropping backwards slightly. Potentially Sufor could be on him within a matter of laps, so don't think it's going to be too long.
If he gains a couple of tenths per lap, he will be right on the case, with the deficit being 1.3 seconds on the leaderboard. So yeah, it's definitely possible. If Sufor is consistent, he will, without a doubt, catch up to Arska in time before the checkered flag waves. The battle for let's see, I suppose, yeah, Orgai, as a matter of fact. Michael's gone too deep, so Magic is back ahead of him. So that was an unfortunate error for Michael down in that'll be 19th now. Magic on the inside for 7 and 8. That's the outside, and Orgai could be now defenseless. He has nowhere to go. He has to stay in the middle because Magic occupies the road and he backs out. To be honest, yeah, that's the wise thing to do, knowing that he could get a good run.
Yeah, he's got ahead
on the short lane. So he was ahead, but it was a bad exit. So Mad Jester actually pops his way through.
Yeah, good effort. These three are going to come to blows, surely. Our guy might have another chance down into the hairpin. Oh, already 3 wide. Oh, got to be careful. It's quite a wide road, but they're all bunching up together. Really no need for that whatsoever. And our guy on the inside. But yeah, just the drivers on the outside making better use of the deeper line. It's strange. Uncharacteristic.
Yeah, perhaps if there were gravel traps or something around the inside, it wouldn't work as well, because you'd have to be alert to cutting the corner. But of course, it's just a few barriers and sausage curbs. So yeah, perhaps the ability to use the path of least resistance is helping in these MRCs. Mad Jester a bit erratic, to be honest. He's not finding the ideal racing line whatsoever, and our guy will be pleased with that. And I suppose, yeah, if you just want to enjoy a bit of symmetry, you've got 4 race greens all together, 11 through 14. So yes, enjoy that, everyone who loves a bit of symmetry.
Koivunen trying to close down P8. That's Motta-Makari just ahead. Motta-Makari laying plenty of rubber on the road, taking a much wider line through the bus stop chicane. Koivunen will benefit from a small amount of slipstream. It's not massive on the MRT. It doesn't punch too big of a hole in the air. And, well, its top speed isn't that big either. So he'll gain something down to the final corner. There's a small kink in the road here, which makes it quite difficult to line up a pass going in. You have to leave it quite late, but he's not close enough to do that.
Yeah, race leader starts the 10 to go signal. TJ still unable to really get back into the fight like we saw at the beginning of the race, but it's very, very close. The dominant streak for Gabor, if it does come to pass, it will be well earned. It wasn't a walkover by any means.
No, absolutely not. And a few milestones going into the record book for him if he can manage to finish where he started in P1. We've got a fight further down between Michael and Magic. Owen?
Yeah, they're
2 wide.
Getting side by side again, but Michael, he'll have to go for it in the braking zone, waiting for his opportunity. Now he's actually gone earlier on the brakes, so Magic too late, if anything. leaving him a little bit open. The switch back, it could be on here. And the MRT, I should say. I think I said MRC, so it's MRT. I beg my mistake there. And a fastest lap for TJ, so he's not out of it yet. He's under the 1.5 second mark with a 1:11.11, so more than 3. Oh no, and there's contact.
Yeah. Well, that's a shame for Michael. Losing a whole bunch of places. Finds himself trying to get back past our guy into the final corner. And Manchester spins for... spins in compassion, I think, at the final corner. As Gabor is just finishing the lap, so that's how much of a lead these guys have got over the rest of the field. And Sufor is alongside Asker into the penultimate corner. And Asker holds on for now, Owen. It's not looking good for Asker. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold on to this P6. He might lose a couple more places because he's going to lose time fighting with Sufor here.
Precisely, yes. Matt McCarry and Pekka Koivunen aren't currently locked in a battle. They're obviously, well, in Pekka's case, he's getting a little bit of the slipstream off Matt McCarry, so he can follow along. And watch as those two drivers just remove their prime lap times out of each other and maybe a bit of tire performance at risk as well. So another move on the inside for Sufor. He'll try and break it. Oh, they go all the way to 50. That's a surprise. So they're really confident in the setup there that they can just take it to the last possible moment, where we've seen other drivers perhaps at the 60 meter. Oh, Tamuli has made a mistake at the bus stop. Oh, he's just emerged in my camera shot. He's lost a ton of time there, and he's really, really exposed now.
Yeah, Lorenzo's also got past Unite at some point, but yeah, if we stick to this is P5, and that's hurt Sufor now a little bit, and everybody's come to play. Asker's going to be losing tons of positions here. We've got Motta McCarry, we've got Antti Valter here as well. Keep an eye on Sufor. Can he get up to P5 in this race then? Tries to go around the outside of the hairpin. Keep an eye on the background as Asker goes very, very wide, gives up 2 places at the apex, and, well, manages just about to hold it on. Another change of position ahead between Unite and Lorenzo. So Unite does have P3 at the moment, but Sufor up to P5. Good effort.
A superb effort. Yeah, he's back to roughly where he wants to be after qualifying, but Tamuli is not giving up just yet. I think Harry Kay's had an accident somewhere, so he's landed in the background, I think. I don't know how he's managed that. But yeah, back to this incredible contest between 5 competitors. It's going to be a slowdown here between Asker and Motta McCarry, and now Pekka Koivunen's getting involved and Antti Valta's getting involved. So yeah, we'll see the big switcheroo in the timing screen. It's all changing.
Yeah, a whole group of cars, and this is coming down to the wire. Only 6 laps to go, and we've got 6 or 7 cars all occupying the same space of tarmac pretty much. Now just 4 of them as they begin to spread out. But the big loser from all of that is Asker. He is defending as hard as he can from Motta McCarry there, and it's got ugly. He's gone wide into Antti Valta, and Mandula's on the scene now too. So, down to 9th place at the very least for Asker. P10 in fact, and Mandula's come knocking, so he might lose out on a P10. Remember, he was in P5 a minute ago.
Absolutely, yes. It's all change. It's just extraordinary that the drivers have all converged upon one another. Yeah. And 5th place, there's got to be some sort of award for it because of how much work you're being put into it.
Battle for 5th place, yeah.
Yeah.
Or 7. Yeah, 7-car battle. 5th.
Some sort of certificate I'd give him, whoever gets 5th place. So absolutely brilliant stuff. I've just noticed that TJ's lap times are exquisite. He's taking tenths and tenths out of Gabor each and every lap. So we do have a contest for victory as well as the hot battle for 5th. So what a race we're getting here.
We are getting a race. We're getting plenty of action, that's for sure, as Asker fights on, currently in P9, but how is he going to finish the race? Absolutely no idea. You're right, the times between Gabor and TJ tumbling down under 0.6 of a second. Let's reset the order there, shall we? There you go. There's the gap between our race leader and TJ. It's come down to next to nothing. TJ continues to put in fastest laps. He's got 5 to go, including the one he's on. Unite quite a way back, but Lorenzo again just there. So there could be 2 changes on the podium coming at the very least. Then it's Thamuli, who had an incident. I don't know if you saw it, Owen. Did you catch his actual incident? It was at the bus stop, but what happened? He was going very, very slowly out of here, and the rest of them caught up. But he's managed to compose himself and has opened the gap again.
No, I just saw him recovering from what happened. He was just behind the containers when I was looking at Sufor, I think it was. So I just saw him in the middle of the road, slowed down. And Lorenzo, he's lagged out of the race from fourth.
No.
So the certificate needs to be scribbled on and changed to P4, because that's the best of the rest, if ever I've seen it. So absolutely shocking scenes here for Lorenzo. He did not deserve that whatsoever. And TJ gets a new fastest lap. He's within half a second. We've got Jari Katila, who will be blue flagged. Ideally, he should move over right away. This is a good corner to move. And he decides he wants to keep going. So Gabor, the sweat will be dripping if it's a heat wave in Hungary as well. This is it for TJ. His best chance to lead for the first time in about 20 laps. This is brilliant.
And the first time to win in at least 4 races for TJ. So Gabor has a winning streak on at the moment, and as a milestone if he can win again, and TJ would sorely like to deny him that milestone and reset the clock, but it's opened up again, the gap. Let's see what TJ can do. 3 laps to go at the end of this one.
Gabor will be well aware of the tricks at turn 10 at this stage, having been done in twice at the start of the race, so maybe he's finally got a superior lap in. It's going to be tight. 1:11.18 versus 1:11.33. So as a matter of fact, Gabor gains for the first time since the lap 20 or thereabouts, when TJ has been scything into that lead. It's so close and yet so far, but he's got to dig down deep one more time, and maybe he can get side by side.
Yeah, I don't think it's over yet. I think TJ will have the bit between his teeth to try and close up again. He's done it once, he can do it again. That's the way it goes in racing. If you can prove your pace once and you can find that pace when you need it, the driver ahead has absolutely no chance other than to defend. As Gabor runs around in, I think that's the Yes Motorsport Converse trainer livery, which I really like for the MRT. I think Nico's also running one. It's inspired that one, but there we go. 0.4 of a second again. TJ on the inside. That's an overlap. I'll call that as an overlap. That's the closest they've been since the start, pretty much, since their fights at the very beginning. And it's 2 to go as they cross over start finish now. Up 26 of 27 underway, and well, TJ is firmly in the slipstream, and he's going to be going for a move here at the end of the straight, Owen.
Oh, he definitely will. Gabor picks his line, using as much of the inside as he possibly can. TJ will have to try and pull off the move we saw a bit earlier on from the contact. Gabor says, no way, I'm not losing this, but in fairness, it was a little bit an exaggeration, but he's gone for the inside into the bus stop. More contact,
big send.
And TJ leads. TJ
he's muscled his way through, and I can't believe it.
Oh, that's shocking to say the least. And TJ, to be honest, yeah, he won't care. He'll just go for the win now. He'll find everything he can now. The performance at this stage, Gabor losing out through the wheel-to-wheel collision, but it's all fair. I think they've been going for broke, and yeah, it's all racing incidents. It's all for fun.
Well, if it finishes like this, it's not going to be all for fun for Gabor, and he's going to be so upset with that. So we didn't catch the angle in its fullest because we went on board, had the rear view of TJ shooting on by, but the gap is, I think, too big now unless TJ completely bottles it. I think he's done the job. It's Thamuli who's going to get that Crayola certificate. at the end of this one. By the looks of it, he's got over a second and a half to Pekka Koivunen now. But it's TJ Owen who left it late, it has to be said, but muscled his way through and looks like he's going to take victory.
Yeah, he's going to ensure that the winning streak will not succeed in the month of July. So that will be it for at least the month of September, I think, if you calculate 2 races a month, thereabouts. So yeah, TJ just 2 corners away now. This is just the gentle curve of 9 now into the hard braking zone of 10. He doesn't put anything to chance, and he pulled the wool over Gabor's eyes, taking away his ambition of winning so many races in a row. That would have been 5 in a row, but it's TJ with 1 in a row, and what a one it was.
Yeah, fair play to the guy, seriously. But yeah, he'll be thrilled. Gabor will be disappointed, so much so that he gives him a friendly shove across the turn 1. But wow, what a finish! I mean, that was quite the drama. Unite takes P3, an anonymous P3 in the end. Nobody really to fight him, and Thamuli, best of the rest today. I think he had to fight off a lot of different drama, dropped back himself, and had to fight his way back through up to P4 in the end. So good effort. Sufa also, great race. He lost a load of places at the start and managed to get back up to P5. It looked like it was going to be P4, but Thamuli just had that superior pace and consistency in the end. But yeah, some great performances at the custom configuration at Blackwood here today, Owen. I think that was splendid.
Yeah, without a doubt, that was just sensational. The MRT historically doesn't get as many people to appear on the server as the average, so
it's a difficult car to drive.
It is
super
very difficult.
Twitchy.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter what setup you give it. It's always, if you make a single error, a single misjudgment, it's a twitch and you're in the wall or thereabouts, or into another car. But that is everybody finished. So we will go do a rundown of the order, and it is TJ in 32 minutes with Gabor in P2 and Unite rounding out the podium. Thamuli best of the rest with Sufor, Koivunen, Valter, Motomikari, Mandula and RD2, your top 10. Rony, well, he had a fun race. He definitely got his fair share of the action in P11 with Asker, Johnny SVK, Nozzle, OA, Magic, Jam616, Mad Jester, Michael and Timu Soini rounding out the top 20. Just 2 cars on the second page who finished the race. That's Argai and Jari Katila. And it's Lorenzo and LG Meese, Mika Sarkin and DNFing there. Unfortunately, quite early in the race for Mika. Didn't catch what happened there, but clearly an incident that meant he couldn't continue. But yeah, TJ fastest lap at 1:10.91. Not sure if that means much to anybody, considering this is the first time we've seen the track. But yeah, considering the caliber of drivers today on the track, it must have been pretty good. Owen, that was a fun one.
Absolutely, yeah. We had it all to just savor, to be honest. It was just incredible with the battles for the lead, and of course for 4th place was it should have been 5th, but Lorenzo dropped out. So yeah, fair play to Thamuli for hanging on in there with 5 drivers within 4 seconds at the end, but it was all super tight for the final third of the race. And of course, yeah, a fair few drivers had to just dig down deep and keep pushing on after some troubles. Now, Mad Jester, he was just an innocent bystander, having come across the stricken car in front of him, but he picked himself up and tried again. So 18th, I think that's a good reward. You'll get a few points for that. But yeah, there's TJ victorious on the podium, and yeah, he'll be absolutely thrilled with that. Some performance to take away Gabor's winning streak.
Yeah, it'll have an impact on the points as well, but the gloves are going to be off for round 3 of season 2 of RTFR for 2024, because that was an aggressive way to finish the race. It has to be said, they weren't on top of each other for most of the race. They were at the beginning, but the race settled down, and then as soon as TJ got close, any opportunity, any sniff of a move, and he went for it. and on 2 occasions it could have gone very badly. But yeah, a hard move. We'll probably review it in post and see if it was fair, because we don't think we caught it all on the cameras. We can't make an objective call on that one, Owen. But at the end of the day, the clock doesn't lie. He finished on top step of the podium, and that's that.
Yeah, I'm sure Rony will double check everything to see if it was above board, but yeah, I'd say TJ. He figured he had to work extremely hard just to catch up to Gabor, and yeah, the fact that he got him into a contest 1v1 for the win, he'll say, yeah, I did what I need to do to take away Gabor's victory and have it for himself. So yeah, it could be a little bit tense, but yeah, I suppose, yeah, it was all really exciting to watch. So yeah, as long as it's all fair, then that's good by me.
Yeah, same. I mean, we got a good show, and that's a good thing to have. And you can watch the next round 3 of this season, the 339th ever RTFR with the XFG at Rockingham National. That's coming up in 2 weeks' time on August 13th, same time, same place, same channel here on Sim Broadcasts. Thanks everybody for watching. It's been a little while since we've had a stream on Live for Speed, so we've got a couple of races coming up next week. We've got ZFRL, the return of that championship, the 7th round on Monday, followed by RTFR XL on Tuesday. Chris and I are going to be in Glasgow for that, so that's going to be entertaining. Wow. Bringing you the broadcast remotely. Actually, I think we're doing a spot of karting that evening as well, so that'll be fun. But anyway, from all of us here at Sim Broadcast, we hope you have a good evening. Thanks again, Owen, for joining, of course, and Chris in the background too. And we'll see you all on the next one. Good night.
So long.